Right, guys, so we're playing Miracle Dragonist right now, and what we're gonna do is that we're gonna test the Dreamy Jades, the Blood Jades, and the Verdure Jades on each class. So we're gonna start off with Inquisitor. So this type of content will tell us exactly the difference regarding, initial damage for characters with the skill jades on. And just a quick rule of thumb, when we do the test, we're not going to be using anything that's upgraded or anything added. So what we have here is just the standard stuff that you receive when you start off and you create a character in the game. So the armors, the weapons, you actually get some when you get Celestone, and then you have to craft them through the blacksmith. So that's already provided. The accessories as well already provided. The starting jades are also provided. So we're not going to be using anything else. So this is mainly just a test for skill jades in regards to, their damage and how much increase we're looking into. Okay, so we're just gonna start off with the Dream Jade for Inquisitor. It's the lightning bolt. So it allows two attacks if you equip the skill jade for it. So just a quick check on it. We're just gonna buff since that's integrally part of it. So lightning bolt, we're gonna hit it and we're looking at 97 mil for the initial damage. With the skill jade, we're looking at, let's see, first attack and then, oh, I made a mistake there. Let's do it again. There we go. So two attacks or up to 166 mil. So that's for the Dream Jades or the Dreamy Dragon Jade. So again, you need to click the normal attack button or the left click on the mouse in order to execute the second attack for it. As so. There we go. Okay. So the next up, we've got the Blood Moon Jade that enhances the detonate. So, in essence, the Inquisitor skill detonates electrocuted enemies. So if you use the skill without an enemy that's, electrocuted or in a current state of electrocution, it doesn't do damage on it. But the awakened one, or the enhanced detonate, it deals damage regardless. So it's only 70 mil for one tick of the enhanced one. So again, no damage since it's not electrocuted, and 70 mil for the enhanced detonate. With the Blood Moon Jade equipped, it doesn't really need an enemy to be electrocuted. You are able to damage the enemy right away. So as you can see, one and then the enhanced one. So we're up to 299 mil for the DPS. Okay, so again, with the Blood Moon Jade equipped, Detonate does not require electrocuted enemies. They will, or it will actually cause damage regardless. Right? So next up, we've got the Verdure, which enhances the skill Falling Thunder. So Falling Thunder is a pretty hard-hitting skill. However, the action speed is kind of slow because it charges up before it releases the skill. As you can see here, that's what, like a good 3 second casting or channeling. But the damage is good. We're looking at 100, 114, 118 mil. But with the skill jade equipped on it, it actually erases the casting time and just instantly throws the skill. As you can see, we are doing 344, and the skill release is pretty much instantaneous. So there's no worry on downtime for, casting the skill. Okay? So basically that's it for the Inquisitor class. Next up, we will be reviewing the Saint class in a bit. Right, so we're playing with the Saint right now. So again, we're just gonna try the skills that are gonna be enhanced with the Dreamy, the Blood Moon, and the Verdure Jades. It's it's gonna be the same thing. Nothing going on here. Just the standard stuff that you get when you start playing the game. So we're gonna start off with the Dreamy Jade, which is gonna be for Mystic Chain. So Mystic Chain is a priest skill. It throws light energy into the ground, and the thrown energy explodes dead ahead, dealing damage to an enemy. And this is further enhanced for like an enhancement when you move to the Saint class. So it increases the attack and the attack area of Mystic Chain. Also adds an effect that pulls the enemy during explosion. And the most important part is that the received damage increased to 20%. So the enemy ends up taking 20% more damage as a form of a debuff for 30 seconds duration. Also, it immobilizes them for 5 seconds. Immobilization doesn't apply to bosses, so that's totally useless. But the increase in the damage received is pretty huge, 20%. So without the skill jade equipped, Mystic Chain does about pretty much 44 mil. Let's see that again. Yep, 44. It's pretty solid 44. No disputes there. But with the skill jade, let's see how much it actually goes up to. Let's reset the debuff on the boss. So it's now, it's a big jump. So that's 90. Let's give it again. Yeah, it's pretty solid. 90 mil. Uh, plus minus a few hundred, but yeah, it's pretty solid. It's still the debuff is also applied, so it's pretty cool. That's about for the Dream Jade. And next up, we've got here the Blood Moon for Holy Burst. So standard Holy Burst, base, it's just your only skill. However, with the enhanced, not enhanced, but the awakened version, um, let's see, here we go. So your relics would actually do the Holy Burst as well. So, if you summon a relic, let's uh, let's summon a relic here. Let's see. Nope, not that one. Healing relic. Let's see. Lightning. So, lightning, another lightning, and a healing relic. So if you do the Holy Burst, lo and behold, they also do the Holy Burst as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the enhanced version of Holy Burst. So the DPS that it does, let's
get rid of the lightning relics. Let's put them both here so they don't hit the boss. So the damage that Holy Burst does would be 14 mil. Let's give it a go again. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much it's a solid 14. With the Blood Moon, let's see how much it actually does. Now we're up to 64. Now, another thing to note is that if you do equip the Blood Moon, the relics no longer emit the Holy Burst as well. So, but the increase in damage is it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. It's 64 mil. Let's try it again. Yeah, 64. That's pretty solid. Solid damage. No questions there. And lastly, the Verdure Jade would be for Holy Flux. Now, this here is what would call, I call it pew pew. It's like a machine gun. So basically, you spam the Holy Flux. You just keep spamming it. Because as you can see, I've got currently 10 ready for use. If you just keep spamming it, you know, it it's kind of endless because the cooldowns for the skill actually is pretty fast. Um, but we're just gonna try for 10 or 10 hits on the boss, and we'll see how much DPS we're doing without the Jade um, equipped. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, I'm counting wrong. Let's do that again. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, let's stick with that one. So 69. Let's do it again. Here we go. 60. 60 mil for 10 hits without the skill jade. With the skill jade, let's see. So with the skill jade, we're looking at 68. So pretty much it's not really, something to go crazy about, but keep in mind these are just non-enhanced skill jades. So the amount of, you know, increase on the attack is not that significant, but once you get this plus 15, the amount of times you can spam the skill, that's pretty scary. You're like a machine gun that's just endlessly spamming the skill. But all in all, pretty much the Saint is pretty solid for support and maybe sub DPS if you want. Pretty much the skills are solid for uh, the Saint class. Uh, Next class, we'll try and see you know if either the Crusader or the Paladin can actually bring up the DPS a bit higher for the Cleric class. All right, we'll get to that in a bit.
Right. So we've got the Paladin uh, branch of the Cleric. So we've got here the Guardian and the skill jade that we're gonna be checking out would be the Dreamy, the Blood Moon, and the Verger. So the Dreamy, we've got Divine Vengeance, no additional clicks or whatnot, just, you know, one press of the skill and it initiates it. The Blood Moon is the same, but it's for Divine Ascension. Third one is for Divine Judgment. Okay, so pretty much same thing. We're gonna buff, and then so we've got Divine Vengeance. So it hits the ground to create shockwaves that deal damage on enemies nearby. What you need to note though is that if Divine Vengeance is used, the instant for Divine Ascension is gonna be available. Vice versa. So if you use Divine Ascension, the instant for Divine Vengeance is gonna be available as well. Um, However, we're not gonna count the instant. We're just gonna we're just gonna count the standard or the non-instant skill. So we're gonna compare it with the damage that the skill jades would actually add on to the skill itself. Because the skill jade does not take effect on the instant skills. That's separate. Okay. So um so we've got here Divine Vengeance. Without the skill jade, it's pretty much 25. Okay. Let's do that again. Yep, pretty much solid 25 there. With the skill jade, let's see. So it magnifies the damage for 150%. And okay, so we're at 38. Let's try it again. Okay, 37.9, almost at 38. Let's see that again. Oh, hold on, that did not count. Okay, yeah, so we are close to 38 mil. That is with the skill jade. Blood Moon is gonna be for Divine Ascension. So let's see how much it does. So it's at 11. Let's try that again. Oh, let's do that again. Okay. So another thing to note is that you need to press the normal attack button for a second hit or a second wave of attack. So press the skill and then the normal attack button. Okay. So let's see. Boom. So that's 24. Let's, uh, let's just wait for it. 24. So it's pretty solid. Pretty much 24. Yep, it's pretty solid at 24. So let's see how much the Blood Moon Jade actually increases it. It's 200% of the total skill increase and the damage. Okay. So again, it's gonna be 47 mil. Alright, let's give it a shot again. 47 mil. So that's pretty solid as well. And the last skill would be for Divine Judgment. Now, do note that for Divine Judgment, it requires Guardian Bubble. However, if you use main skills for, the Guardian class, like Divine Ascension and Divine Vengeance, you are gonna generate the Guardian Bubbles. Thus, you will be able to use Divine Judgment. So without the skill Jade for Divine Judgment, we've got 40 mil. Okay, let's do that again. Let's just get the bubble. So again, 39. So that's pretty close. Again, 41. So it's still pretty solid. So that should be no problem. And let's give it a shot with the skill Jade. So the Verger increases the skill damage to 290%, and it enhances the skill effect itself. Let's just get the bubble first. So that's 115. It's a pretty big increase right there. Let's give it a shot again. Still 115. In the third, 118. Okay, so it's still pretty solid. Basically, all you have to do is just, generate the bubbles for the skill on Divine Judgment. Regardless, you are going to be spamming these two, so the bubbles should not be an issue. And, you know, after you have enhanced the skill Jade, so you are going to be looking at a pretty decent increase in, the damage for the skill itself. So we're going to be trying the next branch for the Paladin. So stay tuned. Okay, and the last class we're looking at for the Paladin tree is Crusader. So another rule of thumb, um, nothing going on here, as you can see. And the skills we're going to be looking into would be for uh, the Electric Smite or Smite EX. Got here Lightning Zap, and lastly for the Verger, got the Holy Relic. Okay, so Electric Smite or Smite EX, Lightning Zap, and Holy Relic. Okay, so first up, buff is already active. And let's see how much Electric Smite actually does. So 29, 29 mil. Let's do that again. Yep, pretty solid at 29. And then we're gonna try with the Dreamy Jade. So for the Dreamy Jade, so after using Smite, press the jump button and it's gonna release a second attack. So Smite and then jump button. Okay, so let's do that again. Let's see how much DPS we're gonna get. So we're at 37. Let's give it another go. 37, pretty solid at 37. Okay, that's for the Dreamy Jade on Smite or Electric Smite. The next skill would be Lightning Zap. Okay, So lightning zap actually causes, zapping, not just the electrocuted status. So it zaps and it actually has like, damage ticks. But I think it was three ticks of DPS. So let's see. One, two, three, three ticks of additional damage. So let's see how much the skill actually does. Initial strike at 14, first tick at 18, second at 22, third at 27. So one initial hit and three damage ticks or damage over time. So again, initial hit at 13, first tick at 17, at 22 for the second, and 26 for the third. Okay, so let's see what the Blood Moon actually does. So it enhances the attack 420%. However, it does not inflict the zapped, thus it doesn't, have that damage tick or the damage over time for three ticks. So let's see. So we're now at 113. It is still in lightning zap or electrocute stage. However, you don't see the damage over time that the nuns, the skill without the skill Jade actually gives, but the DPS increase, it's pretty noticeable. So we're at 111, 113 mil. Let's give it another go. 112. So we are within the 110s and above for the Blood Moon on Lightning Zap. Okay. The next skill would be for Holy Relic. So this bad boy actually does a whole lot of damage. So it drops a huge cross in front to attack enemies. And the EX, or the enhanced, actually reduces the attribute resistance by 20%, thus increasing the amount of damage the boss actually receives. So let's give it a go and let's see how much it does. Boom. Got 79. Let's reset the boss. Second attempt. Boom. 84. Let's reset the boss. And the last attempt we've got here would be, boom, 78. So pretty much we are in the upper 70s to 80s for the damage without the skill Jade. So with the skill Jade, it enhances the skill attack for 230%. Now let's see how much it does. Boom. So we're at 197. And instead of just, the gigantic cross falling, you actually will notice, lightning coming down on it as well. As you can see, so we're at 206. Let's do it again. That's 111. So let's do it again. 197, actually 201. Let's do it again. 201. So pretty much it's a very solid increase in the damage for Holy Relic, which is pretty awesome. And again, this is just the basic of 230% increase. So once you enhance the skill jades, then you will notice a very big increase on it. Okay, so that's about it for the Cleric and the Paladin class regarding the skill jades. And we shall be checking out the Archer class next. So we're gonna see uh, the increase on DPS for the skill jades on the Archer class. And as again, everyone have a great day and see you all on the next one.